Hello viewers, welcome to Style Magazine, and today I'm going to show you how to sew this simple uniform in simple steps. So the first thing we want to do here is to take measurement of the back length. So we are cutting the back first, and the length I'm working with here is 24 inch. So I'm marking out 24-inch length right now. So once you've marked out the length of the gown, the next thing you want to do is to add the sewing allowance. So the sewing allowance I'm using is 2 inches because children tend to grow faster. So in case the child grows very fast out of the clothes, they can just lose the clothes. So the bust is 27 divided into 4 plus 1 inches sewing allowance. So I have 7 inches there. Together make it 28 inches, and then you cut out the back part of the clothes and set up. Now we are cutting the half length of the front part of the gown. So the half length measurement is 12 and a half plus half inches sewing allowance. I have 13 inches, and then you cut out the frontal part. Guys, this is my first sewing tutorial video. I've never done a sewing tutorial before, but I wanted to try this out, and I guess practice make perfect. Please show your love to comment on this video if you find it helpful in any way. But I hope this video will help someone, especially if you're a beginner in sewing. So let's continue with the video. So the next thing we want to do after the cutting of this is to cut the down part of the front. So you take the full measurement of the back, which is 24 plus 2, that's 26 inches, and minus it from the upper part of the front. So that will be 26 minus 13 inch. So that will give you about 13 plus 1 inch sewing allowance. Please don't forget the sewing allowance, because when you don't add sewing allowance to the frontal and to the down part of the gown, you will end up with the front being shorter than the back. So you add 1 inches to it to give you 14 inches. So for the down part of the gown, I did 7 inches, which is the original bust measurement divided into 4 plus 3 inches. So that makes it 10 inches for the pleatings. So once you're done with the cutting and measurement, everything should fit together perfectly like this. So that's the back of the gown, then that's the upper part of the front and the down part of the front. Alright, let's continue. To cut the back neck and armhole, measure the length of the back, which is 9 divided into 2, that's 4.5 plus half inches allowance, that's 5. Then the neck, you measure 2 for the neckline, and then come down by 1 inch for a slanted fit. And then for the armhole, I usually use 5 for children, or sometimes 6, but here I'm using 5. So you measure out 5 inch and draw a straight line and come out by a quarter of an inch, not half an inch but a quarter of an inch, to make the gown more fitted. And if you have an armhole ruler, it will be more helpful, but I don't have yet, so I'm going to get later. But I'm pretty confident that I can get the armhole shape. Then for the depth of the neck, you come out by 3 inches. 3 inches, that makes it 3 inches by 2 inches, and also curve it just like this. An armhole ruler too would have been much more helpful if you can do this. So then you cut and cut. And then for the darts I use 3.5 for the children. So notch out the dart point so that it won't give you much problem later. Then for the back, you make sure that everything is well placed and fitted. Then come down by just 1 inch for the back, since to make it fitted, 1 inch for the back, and also slant it and cut just like this. So 3 inches for the front and 1 inch for the back. Then for the back opening, you use 3 inches. Use 3 inches. Sometimes I use 5 inch because some children amazingly have big head as much as an adult. So I try to make sure that the neckline can fit my head. I can wear it comfortably for the children. Then for the arm, for the sleeve, you measure out 4.5 for a 5 inches length sleeve. And for the wideness of the sleeve, that's the width, I'm using 9 inch for both the down part and the upper part. So I'm not going to slant in inside, I'm going to slant in the upper curve of the sleeve by 3 inches for the pleatings both up and down. So please, if you're using a branded material like mine that has the school name, you want all your sewing to be all the names of the school to be facing up, so that you not have an inverted school name. It will look unprofessional. So take care that the names of the school are always facing the upper side of the clothes. That is, they are facing the shoulder part of the clothes. As you can see in this material, in this video, I'm taking care that all the pieces are facing up, and then we'll cut the second part of the sleeve also. Now I'm joining the front and the back together by the shoulder, so join them together. So next we are working on the slit, the back. Take a striped piece of 6 inches length and a mark to where the slit is and cut it open. And then place it on the right side of the cloth, and sew round. You sew it round. So make sure you notch the center of the slits, and then fold down, making sure that the pieces are not showing in the front. Fold it and fold. If you don't have an iron, if you don't want to use an iron, to save time, just use office pin to hold the center back down, or use your hand. But here I've used office pin to hold down the piece, and then you just sew straight. So it's very simple and very straightforward. Next, I'm running the tape around the neckline for the collar, which gives me 12 inch. So for the collar, the length will be 4 inch, and then 12 divided by 2, 6, plus half inch, that will make it 6.5. And then you first draw the line straight like this, and then come out by 1 inch, and then the 6 you divide it into 2 again, which gives you 3 inches, and the 3 is for the front and the other is for the back. So you want the frontal part to be slanted, and the back you just go straight. You draw your line straight like this. And then again, I don't have the curve ruler, so I'm using my hand to draw out the curve. Now I'm sewing the darts, which I've already notched in the first place, remember? So now I'm taking the darts by 4 inches in 4 inches for both the dart. The back does not need a dart because it's just straight. So here I'm taking a 24 by 2 inch strip material for the sleeve, for the arm. Usually is it will be shorter than that, but the girl is a little bit chubby, so I don't want the arm to be tight on her. Then you notch it, and you notch the down part of the sleeve also, and place it together. Place the right side together, and then you sew and pleat about 4 inches to the notch area. Pleat and pleat, making sure that your pleating is consistent and accurate. So next I'm folding the material on the right side, and I'll be sewing straight. Now the candle is just to aid the sewing to be smoother, because sometimes the machine can be jumping on the material. I guess it's because of the ink that is used on the clothing. Now I'm joining and turning the collar, and that the video itself is explanatory from here. Again, I'm rubbing the candle on the clothing to make it easier for me to sew it, because sometimes the materials jumping means the stitchings are not consistent sometimes. So I use candles for stretching material and materials that are not that easy to sew on the sewing machine. So this material shouldn't give me a problem actually, but I guess because of the painting, the painted names on the clothing, so sometimes it's just difficult to sew on it. So you turn the collar and fold and sew it, and then you turn it. The collar is very easy to sew. So this is called butterfly collar, by the way. And then it's very simple and cute. So the collar should look like this if done correctly, and this is the part where I've joined it. Now I'm joining the down part of the gown to the front, to the upper part. Also, it's very clear, so all you just want to do is to pleat. Guys, I'm very sorry, because this is the first time I'm doing a tutorial video like this. So I wasn't aware that the sewing was out of focus, the camera was out of focus. I was not aware of that. I guess it's because I'm using left hand, I'm a lefty, so I'm using the left hand. So if the clothes was facing my side, it would have been easier. So please bear with me. In the next video I'll make sure to correct that. So quick introduction, guys. I'm Bisola, and I've been sewing like all my life. I started sewing when I finished secondary school. That's like over 10-12 years ago. And even though I studied pharmacy technician, I'm a pharmacy tech, but I've always preferred sewing to any other profession. So please let me know what to do for a living in the comment section. Now I'm joining the arm to the armhole. So all you just want to do is pleat. You pleat like 3 on the frontal part, and pleat also 3 on the back side to make it consistent and professional. So you just pleat and pleat. So once again, I'm so sorry guys that the camera is out of focus. It's facing like the back side of the sewing. So you cut a long strip of 1 inch and long enough to leave like 3 inches on each side of the back, like this. And then you turn and fold and sew. Now I'm just folding and sewing through the down part of the gown. Now guys, this is the only part that I don't find exciting about sewing. Honestly, I'm always bored when doing this. For the pocket, take an 8-inch piece of clothing and curve like so. Also, you measure out 6 inches and mark it, and then you want to come in by 1 or 1.5 an inch. So it's not really necessary to have that size, so just cut it in to give your pocket a professional shape. So it should look just like this when done. And then what you want to do is to sew it round, and then you fold it also and sew it on the other side. So you sew it and then you sew it over the sewing. I hope you get that, and it should look like this, and that's it. So next we want to join the side pocket to the gown. So maybe I'm going to do a separate video on how to join pocket to the gown or join pocket to any material, because the video is massively out of frame and I'm so sorry guys. So please, if you need me to do a video on that, please let me know in the comment section, so I'll take the time out to do a video on how to join pocket to any clothing. And that's just it. You sew and join your pocket together, and then we are done with the sewing and cutting. I hope this video has been helpful to someone. Please give me a like if you find this video helpful in any way. It will be a huge encouragement to future videos, as we'll be posting more and more sewing tutorials from this channel. Please don't forget to like and comment and subscribe to this channel for more videos like this. And thanks for watching till the end. Bye.